Friends, I'm actually going to try something that I have probably memed on quite a few times, and that is Raid Shadow Legends. In the gacha space, sometimes we like to meme on a fun little game called Raid Shadow Legends because it pops up in our advertisements everywhere. And I've never actually played the game, so I am thankful that they reached out to me to sponsor a couple of videos, and not only sponsor them, but give me a code for you to use, and you can take this journey with me. Well, wouldn't you believe it, friends? I filmed the start of me getting into Raid Shadow Legends, wanted to share that with you, and I messed up how I installed the game. And so I have to start all over again. But thankfully, I have some connections over at the Raid Shadow Legends team, and they gave me a code I can use with you. They're sponsoring this for me. So basically, click the link below. First of all, it's going to give you some free stuff. So it's giving you a legendary for signing up. His name is Harvest Jack. You'll see him here in a minute. It's going to give you Ugo. I'm going to say his name's wrong. Tagore and Kaiden. These are all epics when you hit levels 10, 20, and 40. And then I'll show you when we get to the part in the game you can start entering codes. But once you do, if you use the promo code Demon Slayer, you'll unlock the legendary Tholin Foulbeard. Again, I probably butchered the names. You guys know I suck at saying names. Somebody who has played the game, drop below. Tell me how to say the names correctly. But let's just kick you off with the right way to do it. So you're going to come into the game, of course, or from the link. It's going to bring you here. I would suggest that if you haven't played it in a while or you're new to it, that you just install this fresh. This was the problem I had. Pick a username that you have not used before. Again, if you're, a returning player or something like that. Let's see if I actually have my name available. 16 bot, no, 16 bit. So that's who I'm going to be. And then let's see, I'll need to enter in a password, clickety clackety, and then an email. I'm going to put in an email and I'm just going to blink it out here in a second. I don't need you guys knowing all my different email addresses. And once you hit play for free, you should get a download that starts. I'm going to go ahead and install that. All right, there we go. Just finished downloading. We're jumping into the tutorial. Look, you have probably played a gacha game or two, so I'm not going to walk you through all the different tutorial things. And instead, I'm going to use this time to talk to you about why I'm playing a game that gets memed on so hard. And yes, the first one is the obvious one, I'm sponsored. But understand, I have turned down many sponsors already. I've had a few different companies reach out to me to, demo their products, make videos for them, whatever. And I've chosen for various reasons on those projects not to, represent their product, if you will. And what's different about Raid Shadow Legends is I had realized I have just memed on this game. I have gone through and said, okay, I see everybody and their mother get sponsored. The game must be trash, all this other stuff. And I've never actually given it a fair shake. Now, I may play it and I may come back and say, I hate this game. The fun thing about this particular sponsorship is I am under no obligation to shill out and tell you things that aren't true. So I get to spend some time in this game going through it and giving you my honest feedback. And if I don't like something, I'm going to tell you I don't like it. And you guys know me from the gacha space. You know that I'm going to tear apart the cash shop. I almost said the gift shop. The cash shop. I'm going to tear apart systems that I think are not, player friendly. We just got wiped out. I just did the tutorial earlier. Like I said, I messed up on the way in. So this part I've already seen. And yes, I'm picking the orc guy again because he likes that the girl got eaten by a dragon. I think that's the funniest thing ever. So I want to go through all of this and understand if this game actually deserves the hate that people give it. And who knows, it might. It might. Or is there something actually fun and redeeming underneath it? Now, I'll pre-warn you, you guys probably know this by now, I'm not a big PvPer. And so if this game is like 99% PvP, then, it probably won't be for me. But if it has some good, challenging PvE modes eventually, I think that's what I'd be looking for. And is it fun to build teams and different synergies? If you look at some of the other games I play on the channel, and you guys know what those are, I love making really fun synergistic teams, and that's kind of what I'm hoping here. They have a lot of characters, but as I scroll through the rosters, a lot of them are going to be your basic level things, and I don't necessarily care about those. Pretty much like all these games, those early rarities are just going to disappear anyways. And yes, I'm kind of speeding through some of this tutorial stuff because I've already done it, so I don't think you guys need me to be like, oh my god, I got a sword. Like, yeah, it's a gacha game, there's weapons. No one is shocked. So, I'm just going to get through all these things quickly. But that's really what is driving me to to kind of go after this. And yes, I know you can put in the comments, I already hear you. You're only saying that because you're sponsored. Yes, I'm sponsored. And that was a great excuse to give this a try. So I'm going to spend about a month, not every single moment of every single day, of course, but about a month going through the game, going through the campaign, seeing what the different modes are about. And it just so happens they have Ninja Turtle content right now. And I was born in the very early 80s. I am not young. Let me take that back. I'm as young as I want to be, but I do come from the time of the original Ninja Turtles, and y'all have no idea how much I love the Turtles. And to give it some perspective, yes, it's all, sorry, this is telling me to upgrade stuff and I need to like half read. When I was young, there was a period of time that I worked on a farm in Virginia. I took care of something like 200 cows and a bunch of dogs. And we didn't really have much money, like whatsoever. And yes, okay, cool. Yes, let me get the stuff. One of the things that my mom got for me at the time, there was a Ninja Turtles magazine of all things, and it would come in once a month, and I had very little else, like period, very little else. And I would read that, and I fell in love with the Ninja Turtles. I saw the movies, all this other good stuff. So to know that there's Ninja Turtles, like I'm a fangirl for it. By the way, this is how you know you did your entry right. So you saw I just got past the very first parts of the tutorial, and I have the special character right here, Harvest Jack. I forgot his name for a second there. So that's how you know you did it right. And then the next thing you want to do, by the way, is pop over to your little menu system over here. There's promo codes, and then you want to type in that Demon Slayer. And when you do that, you will get our fun friend here. Now, this is going to be my first criticism, by the way. Reward collected, daily promo code, limit reach, try again in 24 hours. Look, I get it. There's probably 1,000 different promo codes out there, but it feels kind of weird that is something that's going to limit you. Oh, sorry, you have to go back to your mail to actually claim the guy. So we're going to get these guys. We're going to make these guys our primary team right now. And then, yes, my goal is to hunt down the Ninja Turtles. This dude looks awesome. Oh, you can really zoom around. Oh, that's cool. He's got like some dead dudes, some zombies or something floating around him. Sorry, I'm still getting over my cold, so my voice is probably still a bit off. All right, what does this guy do? So we've got someone who is, I'm guessing he's an attacker. Does it say? I still need to learn all the different things on these people. No relics. That's fine. Okay, so what does it do? Let's find out. Attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 25% chance of stealing a random buff. That's kind of cool. Each hit has a 25% chance of placing fear debuff. Let's see. Fear. What does that do? Ooh, okay. Lots of debuffs. Fear. Why is this not in alphabetical order? Okay. 2 versions. His was this first one. Fear and true fear. When a champion with fear attempts to use a skill, there's a 50% chance it will not activate and they'll lose their turn. Okay. So he can cause them. So he's like a debuffer, debilitator type character. What else did it say? And if you have stolen debuffs, it makes it 100%. So you want to steal buffs and whatnot. Okay. Attack all enemies, place block buffs, debuff. That's pretty cool. On targets under fear, so like skill 1, skill 2, removes increased attack buff from the target, replaces it with a decreased attack. So you're flipping it. Removes any continuous heal. So yeah, this guy is really just a debilitator of some fashion. He does the true fear, decreased speed. Okay, so yeah, he's our debuffer. And then Beardy Mick, small face over here. What is that? That's cool. It looks like Diablo. Foulbeard. I think he's just an attacker. Let's see. He puts on the weaken debuff. What does weaken do? Weaken does increase damage received by the target champion by 15 or 25%. Okay. 50% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. Cool. Grant extra turn if weaken debuff is placed on all enemies by the skill. So AoE. Back to the Abyss. Each hit will ignore 25% of defense. Good. If they're a certain type, it's more. Decrease attack and increases my attack. Okay. Okay. So basically he's going to be our main attacker. He's going to be our debuffer. And so then we're going to want a healer to go with us eventually, which I don't think any of these people are. So let's crank out this guy here. So what is this? Heal. So this is lifesteal. We're going to give him the lifesteal set. And then let's upgrade this a little bit. Oh, you know what? I found this out earlier. You can actually come in here. This is a cool little feature. And you can do multiple upgrade levels at once. So I was just bringing up to like this level 4 range earlier today. Again, I did this. I didn't like get this guy because how I installed the game was wrong. But I did get to the point that I could do upgrades on my gear. And that at least taught me this part of it. And the other thing it will teach me eventually is that I can level my characters, which I'll do when it actually tells me to. Go to shop and get free stuff. Okay. So this is the other thing too, is when you first start the game, it's going to give you a whole bunch of like freebies, which is fine. I mean, I'm definitely not mad about getting free stuff. It's also going to ask you to spend money constantly, which That part's a little bit annoying. Like you're gonna see as you back out of different menus and stuff, it'll like constantly ask you. I'm hoping there's a setting somewhere, I haven't fully looked, to help remove that, but I'm guessing not. I feel like that's probably a driver of their monetization. Oh, this is interesting. So also you could play for a few hours and get different things. What that will be helpful for me is I'll probably auto battle through most of the story type stuff while I'm at work, because I can just let that run in the background and it doesn't really matter. So like more of the easier stuff. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. Like they'll pop up these packs right away. So if I have a criticism, it's there a bit too in your face. Like I know it's a gacha game. I know they need to make money. I'm not the type of person to be mad at that, but I don't want it to be so ridiculous every 2 seconds. All right, and then the Ninja Turtles, the only unfortunate thing is it looks like Leo's about to disappear. I don't know if I already missed all the other ones, and maybe he pops up in some of these other ones over here, but for now, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to get them. I'll learn that as I go through. Oh, nice. Okay, I've got some gear. Sorry, let's outfit ourselves over here. This is an attack set, so I want to put this on Beardy McBeardface for sure. Equip, upgrade. We're gonna take this level 4 because it'll just save me the headache of doing it later when the game asks, can I? I thought that would be faster. That was weird. Put this on, equip, upgrade, 4. Okay, it would be nice if that just like fully finished right away. And now let's get back into the battles. And what I want to do is clear a couple stages. How far does this go? All right, so there's 12, it looks like 12 story stages, at least in this first part. I'm not sure if there's like a second part after. Oh, and by the way, I meant to say this earlier. If you do choose to grab the code and do this with me. What is this? Yeah, you haven't chosen a champion with an aura skill. I don't care. If you do this with me at level 13, I think it said, oh, he looks cool. I get to create a guild and I will bring you in. So if you start the game, I'll hold spots. I won't just invite random people. Drop me a note in either my Discord or on a video with, I'm guessing probably your character name or something, or maybe there's probably a friend code, whatever it is that allows me to find you, and I'll bring you to the guild. And I'd be curious in the next month, who can get further fastest? That's what I want to see, because again, I can't necessarily no life this game. I have too much going on with work and kids, and you guys know my drill. But it'd be fun to see if like, I can get to this point, get these Ninja Turtles, or you get to this point and you're like rocking some scores or something. But I think it'd be fun if we did this together. And this wasn't just me doing videos and then throwing it at you. And you guys know, like, as we play other games together, I enjoy doing this stuff with you. 2 or fewer champions if you want 3 stars, by the way. I figured this one out too. Because my characters don't need aura skills because I have aura. Do you not know? Please. I have incredible dad aura. This whole time, by the way, I'm not sure if this will catch in the recording, I had the website up still from where you sign into the game. And I honestly thought this whole time that was the music to the game. That's terrible of me. You guys can please make fun of me in the comments below. Yeah, so I suspect all of these earlier couple of, stages, stage 1s, 2s, 3s, whatever, are probably going to be super easy. Plus the fact that I'm rocking 2 legendaries to start with, and you will be too if you use the codes. It's probably going to like trivialize this, but you guys know how gacha games go. Your starting stages are not meant to be like the end all be alls anyways. All right, and we've got the boss for this first round. I can't decide which one I like more. Like this guy's design is super wicked cool, but I've always liked dwarfs and beards. Like back in World of Warcraft, I used to play a dwarf paladin of all things for a while, and then I did a dwarf warrior, and then a dwarf death knight. Now that I think about it, was my druid a dwarf as well? I don't remember. That was a while ago. I haven't played World of Warcraft in a long time. Okay, we got some gear. How far can we go before we actually need to reset our gear? Oops, all right, 2 or less. We're just gonna rock with these 2 boys. They're doing just fine on their own. You can turn this up a little bit. Oh yeah, this music now makes way more sense than what I had in the background. I wonder if he was new for like Halloween. He's obviously got that Halloween vibe. My goal right now is to get to that level 13 and to where I can start a guild. I want to see what it takes to start a guild so I can get you guys in there with me. And if you're watching this video when it comes out, I'm probably only 1, maybe 2 days, depending on when I launch this, ahead of you. Yeah, actually, because it's a Sunday that I'm filming this. And my intent is for this video to come out Tuesday if all goes well. Obviously, I've got to, edit and all the other stuff. I have another video coming out on Monday. That is not this. So I could only be possibly 2 days ahead of you if you start right away. And I think what I'll do is I'll show you my progress on the next video as well. And in between, I'll have a chance to kind of look through and see different characters and things like that. Hopefully learn a little bit about how I get a Ninja Turtle, because the second I get a Ninja Turtle, it's on my team. No questions asked. And so maybe that's something I'll be able to share with you on the next video as well. So you got an idea, because if you're like me and you want to geek out about that, then that's how we'll do it. Tavern unlocked. Okay, I know what that is. That's where you level up your characters and skills. But for now, I'm kind of raffle stomping people, so I don't feel like I need that. Yeah, I mean, I'm like one-shot AoE clearing most of these waves. Like I said, I don't suspect that this is meant to be the hard part of the game yet, so I might as well just blow through it. I actually wonder how far you can get without leveling your characters. And the other thing I'm curious too is if you're watching this video, which if you're this far into it, you absolutely are, have you ever played this? Like, did you play this when it came out years ago? Have you played it recently? Did you stop playing it for some other game? And are you looking to get back into it? So far, the story is whatever. All right, so still have to do this with 2 characters. I think tomorrow's honestly going to be funny because, like I said, what I intend to do is just have my phone in front of me at work. And I want to see how much of the game you can auto. Because something about me, and you may or may not know this from being in my live streams and such, there's parts of games that I actually enjoy when I can just auto battle through them. I'm not against like AFK type games at all. And something I love is building characters. And so if this has a system that allows me to do that in a fun way, where I can let it go auto and then just kind of ignore it for the rest of the day, like I'm cool with that. As long as there's like some challenging content that wants that to happen. And like I said, if you've played this game before, you probably already know that answer. And I would love for you to tell me. I have not looked up videos. I've not looked up guides. I wanted to come into this very much as the new player who isn't like a content creator, who isn't, yeah, see, this is unlocked, but at level 13, I can actually create one, who isn't trying to master every system 3 days before the game launches. I'm getting to come in here and kind of take this from a starting perspective, which if you're playing along with me, I think that's going to be a good thing. And then as I go through it this month and start to kind of see what characters I like, it's going to give me the cause to study the kits and learn what all these different debuffs and buffs and etc. are, you know, who synergizes, etc. And like right now, I'm starting to notice that my guys aren't exactly one-shotting everything already. So they probably need to be leveled up. I'll wait till I miss a star and then I'll actually go level somebody up. And we're still getting through it right now. And he's still just one shot absolutely everybody. But I think it'd be funny if like while I was at work tomorrow, I got through all 12 chapters. I'm not sure that it's going to be that good in terms of your starting teams. But also keep in mind, if you use that code at levels 10, 20, and 40, you get, oh, tough dungeon bosses unlocked. Okay, so there's dungeons, which will likely be where I get that challenge. New tournament position. What tournament am I in? Well, of course I'm number 1 though. I'm a badass. And I forgot what I was saying. Sweet. See, I got distracted. But I'm winning a tournament without trying, so I feel like I'm pretty cool. All right, somebody AoE a move. Thank you. Still 3-starring it. Still 3-starring it. Okay, so there isn't, I was just wondering if there was like a time, because I saw like the timer on the stage up there. I just can't lose and have to do it with 2 people. So that's like the only conditions. I wonder if they change that later for, you know, other levels or whatever, to where it's like you have to bring a certain character or a certain type of character. You know what else I noticed about the game too is it gives me kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons vibe. And I think the reason that is the in between stages when you get like that little bit of story. It's very much how Stern Pinball does their Dungeons and Dragons pinball machine. If you don't know, like pinball machines nowadays have like LCD screens and stuff, and it looks and feels very similar to the art style and the way that they convey the story. No, ironically, I actually think the pinball machine has a better story so far, but it gives me that vibe. And then the obvious graphics have, I don't know, they feel like that to me, like very Dungeons and Dragons-y. And I'm a nerd, so I like stuff like that. Whatever. I like all sorts of different genres. All right, so now we're fighting like a vampire dude. I must be at the end of round 2, stage 2, whatever it's called, level 2. Oh my god, I just took away like half his health with Beardy McBeardface down there. Yeah, the story is definitely not leaving any strong impression on me. So the game was gonna have to be saved by its character building, team building, whatever you want to call it. All right, level 12, one more for me to get guilds. Classic arena unlocked. Fight other players. So this is the PvP mode. Okay. At least you're unlocking the modes early on. I mean, I don't know what all the modes are anyways, but it's nice when you have access to the systems early enough. It doesn't take you weeks to get to them. You like shielded or something? Not anymore. All right. How close am I to level 13? Does it show me? God, look at how much energy I have. Yes, this is stamina based, and yes, I imagine that's going to go away faster than I would like it to. And that's actually a thing I want to test is how strict is playing the game with the stamina system. Because some games, like if you look at, say, ZZN, your dailies, the things you do to like increase your characters, that feels incredibly limited with their stamina system. Now, granted, they're talking about fixing that, but then you just play chaos mode and there's no stamina attached to that. So it doesn't matter. It's just 11 your characters gets kind of pulled back. But some games, it's like you got nothing left to do without stamina. So I'm wondering how much this is or is not like that, but I'll be finding out here soon enough. Level 12 already. Okay. So you level pretty quickly, although I'm still a fair bit behind them. And by the way, this is further than I made it earlier today before I had to uninstall and redo everything. And so this is coming up new. Like a lot of what I'm looking at right now, a lot of those systems I had unlocked. I got as far as unlocking the tavern, which is where you level your character. and where you could join a clan, but I didn't get to the point that I could create a clan. So like level 10 is basically where I stopped earlier today. Really just want to get to 13. That's my push. And at least so far, the 2 characters they're starting you with are actually good, at least good for the stage of the game. They're certainly doing short work of what I'm playing. There's level 13. Okay, this is what I wanted. Great Hall. I don't know if this is where you do guilds, but okay, I got a new champion, whatever. I want to get out of here. Oh wait, am I? Well, let's do these last 2 stages if I'm that close. Might as well. We'll just finish this out really quickly. We'll finish this out and then we'll go find out how to make a clan, guild, whatever they call it in this game. I like the goat men. They're kind of cool looking. Smash. So I think it's just this stage and then a boss on the next like level, whatever. I can definitely tell I need to like level them up soon though. So I think this is like the part of the game that it's getting to like the natural go level yourself up, maybe work on my abilities or whatever. So let's see if I can get through the boss while still maintaining a 2-team 3-star sort of a thing. Ouch. Ouch. Knock that off. Yeah, see, I'm having trouble like one-shotting them now. Ouch. Dude, get off of me. All right. Ooh, a dragon. So easy to please. Just smashing them in the face again. I like big numbers. Oh my God. And then he did that. All right. We can still 3-star this. Jeez. Yeah, this story's trash. I'm sorry. Like, again, I'm allowed to be completely honest with what's going on here. So there you go. All right. So I 3-starred all of this. Is there? Oh, they have. Okay. You can come back and do like harder versions. I'm just on the easy mode. I'm on scrub mode, people. So I think that is. How far did I make it? All right. I made it all the way through 4. So I feel like on normal mode, this is going to go by pretty quickly. Let's go make ourselves a guild if I know how. We're going to learn how. Got a bunch of stuff. Learn a bunch of stuff. Level a bunch of stuff. This is telling me about the daily missions and battle pass stuff, just so you know. So you get this dude when you hit level 20, apparently, in the pass. And this is, oh, I can't show you. When you get here, like, we'll keep asking you to pay money. Just FYI. Get out of there. All right, where is... Yeah, see, this is definitely my biggest complaint so far, is there's so many times where it flashes a pay screen at me. If you close this window, yeah, I don't want to see the offer again. I'm out. I'm going free to play, people. Campaign mission, clear, yeah, whatever. Okay, so now I've got, for level 10, we just got this dude, Ugo. Ugo looks kind of funny. Is he heal? What does he do? Leech debuff, defense down, heal reduction. So he's like a debuffer. Okay. And these are like leveling mats. All right, so the things that you get, see what I mean? Another freaking pay screen. The things that you get are going to go to your mail. So all those cool things you're going to get from my code below, you're going to get in the mail. So keep that in mind. Keep an eye on that. What is this? Oh, more pay stuff. God, there's a lot of pay stuff in this game. Where do I make guilds? Tavern, forge, markets. Why are you screaming at me? I did that. Get off. Guild, hall, clans. Creates. Yes. Okay. The bear pack. Wait, was that supposed to be the name? Or yeah, the bear pack. What is a tag? Pack. Clan tag? I don't know what to put. What is a clan tag? Bear. Oh, okay. Well, I can only do 4 letters anyways. Oh, I have to spend gems to make one. Interesting. And let me guess, these are going to cost. Yes, they are. Okay, so I need to wait until I save enough gems in the game apparently to do that. But when I do, I will make a clan for all of us. So they put clans behind a paywall. What is this? Grab this radical deal. Oh, to pay. Jesus. All right, well, so there you go, friends. This is, you just saw my first approach into Raid Shadow Legends. Give me my day one thoughts. Seems like a gacha game. It's not giving me anything that isn't gacha. It's definitely got its own style. It reminds me very much of like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of a theme, which I don't hate because I do like D&D. But the pay stuff is a little bit too in your face. Again, I don't mind gacha games making money on packs, and I want there to be whales in these games so that they, fund the game and keep it open for everybody. But hopefully there's something that will slow that down a little bit. And I've only done the basic tutorial stuff, but it seems like I've unlocked most of the features. I'm missing a forge. In Altar of Souls, I think that's all that I'm noticing. Oh, maybe a mine. And so it looks like the opening system's pretty quickly. I've already got tournaments unlocked. I can build characters. So as a day one game, I'm still interested. I still want to play through it. And again, yes, it's sponsored. You can say that in the comments all you want, but it's not bad so far. It's not bad. Time will tell if this holds any interest. And that's what I'm here for, is I'm going to give you my honest takes on the game. Again, I do not have to say certain things to, keep the sponsor. The only thing they ask is that you click that link for me. And again, if you do, you're getting yourself 2 legendary champions. You're getting yourself 3 additional epic champions. So it's a great value that you get just for clicking my link. Join me. I'll eventually get enough of these little diamond whatever things to start a guild. We can all do this together. And until our next video, my friends, please take care of yourselves.